MaDVaX Gaming.
Hey, what is up, my little space cadets? MaDVaX Gaming here, and today I'm going to teach you how to defeat the Warden with no damage, okay? I'm talking like no damage to you whatsoever. I am on creative right now because I was having trouble finding a little cave. You usually find them on -50 when you're looking for diamonds, because that's the best place to find diamonds as well. You'll find the little ancient cities down there, or sometimes they'll just have all that little blue stuff and it's not even an ancient city. And this is what they kind of look like. I built one for you because I was digging and digging for a while and I could not find one on my one creative map. But this is what they look like. Okay, and no, I have not done this yet on my survival map. I did this on a friend's survival map. We figured it out together, and this trick works really well. So this is what they look like, and if you see this guy here, this is what spawns the Warden. So the sensors go off, send them to this, and that's what spawns the Warden. So when you're walking around these and you see that, you're gonna set off the Warden, okay? And then everything goes black and he spawns. Right now we're in creative, so it's not doing anything, so we're safe. But that's what's gonna spawn it. So, this is one of the best ways to make a trap, and there's not very much that you're going to need, and it's really simple and it's not going to cause any damage. I recommend coming down here, setting this all up a safe distance where you're not going to set off the sensors. Make sure there's only one sensor. If there is more than one, go down there with a pickaxe you don't care about and a level you don't care if you're going to die, and just bust it. Don't bring anything valuable and just bust it, okay? Bust the other ones, leave one open so that way you can trap him, and that way you can look around the ancient city in peace, or if you just want to have that status of, hey, I did it, then you can totally go with that. So what you're going to need are some trap doors, alright? And I'm also bringing a good bow here. You can see I have power and flame, and for added bonus you can bring a strength potion too if you're able to brew that, and lots and lots and lots of arrows, okay? And you really don't need anything else because we're not going to take any damage from him using this technique. So normally what you would do is you would look for that, be a safe distance away where you can set this up without setting off the spawner, but also a good distance enough that you can make a pathway so he's going to want to jump straight into it. So you want to kind of cave it in such a way that he's going to have no other choice but to fall into there while he's chasing you, okay? And you want to keep this a decent size, so I'm just carving it out right now so that way you can kind of see. We're going to do it like this here instead. There we go. Like that. Just like that, alright? And then he can fall into there. It's too deep, so he can't jump out. And then you put the trap doors so that way he doesn't sense that it's a hole, and he walks right over it, just like this. And you leave them open like that. And that's all you gotta do, and that's gonna trap him, then he's not gonna be able to get out, okay? So then that is done, and then we'll just take that stuff out of my inventory here. And then we're good to go. And the other thing you're going to want to do is put a bunch of torches around so that way you can illuminate everything as best as you can, because of course he's going to make everything dark and you're not going to be able to see, and it's going to be a massive struggle. But you know, even with as many torches as you can, it's still going to be difficult, but it's at least worth a shot to try to illuminate it as best you can. And then you want to keep a really good distance far away, so you can see that's where my hole is. And then I carved this little tunnel out, so you can do the same thing too. I'm carving a little tunnel out here so that way I can be a good distance back, and I'm leaving some space around so I can see. So they say about 15 to 20 blocks. I like to be a little bit farther to be on the safe side, but this will keep you far enough away from his blast, and that way you'll be perfectly safe so he won't hit you. Now, because I'm on creative, I can't get it to spawn the way it should, and I'm not in an ancient city, so I'm going to need an egg. But normally you would just walk up to that, it would set it off, and he would spawn. But I'm going to need an egg, so I got an egg, so this way I can show you what to do. And I'm going to switch it now to survival, so that way you can see I'm not taking any damage. So I'm on survival. We're going to place the egg, and this will represent like if he spawned, okay? Alright, here we go. Now, we got to run like crazy over to our little hole. Everything's flashing, it's dark, it's scary. Very intimidating, and as soon as we get sight of him, we just gotta wait because it's very dark, but as soon as we get sight of him is when we can start aiming like crazy and hitting him over and over and over and over and over again. So I'm just kind of firing right now to see if I can hear that I'm hitting him, but now I can actually fully see him. I see his little head poking up. Let me lower this a bit. There's his head. It's so hard to see him. But there we go. But you want to stay this far back so that way he can't hit you. And now you can see that we're hitting him. And we're going to take him out. And we're just firing over and over and over again. And notice that he's not able to blast. He doesn't know exactly where I am because I'm far enough away that I'm just sniping the crap out of him. But he can't chase me. And we're just going to keep blasting him over and over again, just like this. We're using lots and lots and lots of arrows, so make sure that you bring plenty of arrows. It's taking a bit for him to come down. There we go. We finally got him. So now we can walk over here. And everything that he drops is right here. So he drops this little guy here. It is the Skulk Catalyst. And that is what he drops when he dies. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. And that's all it takes. It's just this little trap here. And you will be able to get him out. Like I said, it's a little different since we're on creative. But I do want to eventually do this on survival. But I thought I'd make the video early for people who are still trying to figure out the Warden. Because it's a struggle. It's ridiculous how hard it is to kill him. The Nether Dragon was not nearly as hard when I did that with my friend. And him and I struggled on this significantly. But yeah, so basically if you see that little guy that's going off, that's when you are in some major trouble. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the likes, comments, subscriptions, support. If you haven't followed my Instagram yet, go ahead and give that a follow. It's MaDVaX Gaming. I have it in the description along with my Twitter. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is. I hope it's freaking fantastic. And I will talk to you guys later. Oh, and if it's your birthday, happy freaking birthday.
Thanks for watching.